Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. JPA here. Now this video is going to be a little bit different from my normal videos. Now I didn't do a reaction video to the Kilmarnock game for obvious reasons. I was just really frustrated, and to be honest I wasn't really frustrated with the way we played. I think it was more just a general frustration of the way Kilmarnock went about their business, sitting in, defending very tight, not giving us much space, which I know you got to expect, but I felt like the time wasted a lot. The referee for me was a little bit too lenient towards them, and that was just a general frustration. I'm going to talk about a couple of things that have happened this week in Scottish football in general. So we'll just get straight into this, guys. Cheers. So yeah, as I said, I didn't do a video for that game because of those reasons. I was actually quite pleased with the way we played, particularly the first half. Thought we started really brightly. Morelos took his goal well, despite the fact he took a deflection. That's him on 13 goals for the season now in all competitions. He's level with Tav on 5 in the league, and he's doing well, and it was good to see him back. I think he definitely made a difference to the way we attack. But we gave away a cheap goal. I don't want to go too much on at this game because I'm going to talk about the St.Mirren game as well. But I blame Flanagan. I think Flanagan left his man. He didn't get tight to him at all. Let him run in behind. Yeah, he got a wee tackle in, which wasn't good enough. And Stewart ended up scoring the equaliser. And as soon as they scored, they just sat back, and we really didn't look like scoring. We could have taken another 90 minutes on top of that game and no scored because of the way they were just sitting in. So anyway, we'll move on for that game. Disappointing result, but we're still 4th in the league, which is decent, albeit we're 4 points behind Celtic. But that's only 2 games and there are still 3 Old Firm games left, so just fingers crossed here that we're going to get back on track. So as I said, this video is kind of mixed. It's kind of a mix of a reaction to the Kilmarnock game, looking ahead to St Mirren game, which is tomorrow. And I'll be completely honest here, because of the way the last 3 games have gone for Rangers, I'm actually not looking forward to this one at all. St Mirren haven't been very poor this season, but they did draw with Celtic at home. And it's going to be another tight one where I genuinely believe they'll sit back as well. I'd imagine they'll have a very similar shape to how they set up against Celtic, and they'll try and frustrate us again. I'm not going to be silly. The last few weeks, particularly that Kilmarnock game, I actually thought we would have drew 1-1. I didn't say it because I wanted to try and keep it upbeat for the channel. I'm no longer going to do that. I'm going to try and get my predictions a little bit more spot on. I think this one's going to be 0-0. I really can't see us scoring, and I can't see us winning. It's disappointing to say that because we really need to get back to winning ways, and I really hope I'm wrong. But I don't know what I keep going. I'll just push for them. I'll just say we're going to win, because there's no point doing that. I want to try and make this as honest as I can, and I genuinely believe we won't win. I really hope I'm wrong, and on paper we're more than capable of beating St Mirren, but I think the way we've been playing recently, I can't see us winning. Yeah, as I said, St Mirren aren't doing the greatest. They're 11th in the league, only 4 points, 1 point above Dundee, who are rock bottom. So it doesn't say a lot, and as I say, we are 4th, but I just can't see us winning. Another thing I want to talk about is the Neil Lennon incident. Although it doesn't directly involve Rangers, the fact that he's been involved with Rangers in the past for this kind of thing, I kind of wanted to just throw my opinion out there on it. For me, if this was an isolated incident, then you'd probably feel sorry for him, but the fact he's done it numerous times. He did the whole cup thing at Ibrox. He had the massive flare up with Alan McCoy when he was Celtic manager. What else has he done? He's done the aeroplane at Easter Road when they drew with us. and his general, I think at one point he did, was it the fist bump thing to our fans as well. So for me, he brings a lot of this stuff on himself. And I've heard people say that, oh yeah, he endures some criticism for 90 minutes and all this. Yeah, he does, but as I say, I think his antics over the years have not warranted it, but they've made it worse, let's just say, and I think that's why he gets the abuse that he gets. And the more he does these kind of things, then the more he's going to get abused. Now, I'm not saying it's right for people to throw coins at him. Obviously, I condemned the Rangers fan who threw a coin at the linesman on a couple of weeks ago at Livingston. So, again, I'm not condoning that whatsoever. Any person doesn't deserve that. But for me, a manager's got to conduct himself in a better way, in a more professional more professional manner, if I'm honest. And for me, he doesn't do that. You wouldn't see Steven Gerrard doing that. You wouldn't see Brendan Rodgers doing that. You wouldn't see Steve Clark doing that. And the other thing I wanted to talk about with this whole incident was the fact is it's because I'm an Irish Catholic, and for me that's nonsense. I think maybe 10, 20 years ago that might have been the case when he first came to Celtic. He was abused for that, don't get me wrong, but I think we've kind of moved on from that now. There are certain people who were good Catholics who Rangers fans respect. I'm saying Rangers fans because I'm a Rangers fan, and I'm just kind of getting that point across. We have people like Tommy Burns, who's a great guy, and a lot of Rangers fans respected him. Walt Smith and Al McCoss carried his coffin and all that kind of thing. So I don't think it's a Catholic thing. I don't think it's a religious thing at all. I just think it's the way he conducts himself on the field, and he brings a lot out on himself. So we'll move on from that. Everybody's had their say on it. That's my opinion on it anyway. The very last thing I wanted to talk about is it actually came out at the start of the week, and I was going to do it I was going to incorporate it into the Kilmarnock video, but as I say, I didn't do the Kilmarnock video just simply because I was a little bit angry, a little bit frustrated. It's the whole Rangers loss thing. Rangers, I don't know if you've already heard about this, but they have incurred a £14.3 million loss over the last year. Now, when I first seen this, I kind of panicked a bit. Although that's really no good reading. But then I looked into it a little bit more. I read Dave King's statement and all that kind of thing. And basically, it doesn't take into consideration what we've done this season under Steven Gerrard, where we've obviously played games in Europe and got revenue through that. We've obviously got more shirt sales than we did this time last season and all that kind of stuff. We've also had more in terms of wages. I think we had to pay out quite a bit for Caixinha to go. A lot of his players didn't kind of work out where we paid a lot of wages for them and a lot of money for them as well. People like Pena, Herrera, people like that who just really didn't cut it and ended up costing us a lot of money. So all that's incorporated into last year, but they bring out the financial thing this year. It's kind of like a year behind, if you know what I mean. So hopefully next year it looks a lot better for us. I still believe we will incur a loss because we've still had to spend money, and I think we'll spend again in January, so I can see it still being a loss, but I don't think it'll be as significant as 14.3 million. So it's just to kind of put my view on that, because a lot of fans were kind of panicking and a lot of opposition fans were taking the piss, saying, oh, Rangers are skint again and all this nonsense. Every club in the world has a financial loss. Well, maybe not every club, but a lot of major clubs have. Look at Real Madrid, Man United, Man City. They've all got massive, probably billions in debt, really. But it all comes down to what they're bringing in as well. So I just thought I'd mention that as well. So that's the video, just about done. If you haven't already done, please subscribe to the channel. Not every video is going to be as depressing as this. Hopefully I can be a wee bit more upbeat when we start winning games on a regular basis. So thanks very much. Cheers guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good weekend. Cheers.